Thank you very much. My name is Robert Kavuma, a very passionate and patriotic Ugandan. First and foremost, there have been very many success stories in Uganda these days, which is very, very encouraging, especially reflected by all the representatives who have come here and have given us very, very good news. For people who haven't been to Uganda, Uganda has the best temperature all year round. So that when you're coming from Uganda and the pilot says, the temperature around is about 6 degrees, you feel, oh my God, I've come to this kind of, but in Uganda it's guaranteed. My question is twofold. First and foremost, engineer. I think the previous lady has mentioned a lot about what I wanted to say, but there's even a saying in Uganda, Kampala or Lemwa. It's because of the kind of attitude or culture that is there, that really needs, apart from the infrastructure improvements, I think there's also a human resource component that needs to be addressed in educating people on how to, how to use even these, these resources. Because you see borders these days, they decide to go wherever they want to. Enforcement is nowhere. And I think there's also a duplication of effort between KCCA enforcement and also NEMA, because you wake up one morning, there's a church next door to you making so much noise and you don't know who to report to, and if it's also going to be addressed. The other component is the labor. Again, Uganda has a very, very young population. Madam Minister for Labor, what are we doing for these young kids? Because that's the reason why we have a proliferation of borders in the country. Everybody seems to be looking for work through border, and even when you go downtown, you find that there are so many kids. If you drive around, people are playing Ludo in the morning. What are we doing about the young population? Thank you.
For one, skilling the youth, which government finance programs, they are skilling on job placements, where we place youth in corporate bodies, in most of the investment companies, and they are skilled on job, and most times the youth are retained by those companies. So that's one of the skilling. We also have cheap capital for youth to start their businesses as entrepreneurs. In banks, you will get capital of about 24% per annum, but most of the financing we give to our youth is about between 6 to 10% for youth who would want to start their own businesses. So those are some of the areas where we are handling the youth, but we also have a lot of vocational training right into villages and sub-counties that are financed. We even have a World Bank program that is supporting the skilling of the youth through 𝒓𝒆𝒎𝒂𝒓𝒌𝒔, that is business, technical and vocational education that transition the youth into the world of work. And if you look at the statistics, the youth in Uganda are one of the most entrepreneurial, and the women. Then the second question was about incentive for the diaspora. The same incentive that was explained by PSST and our Deputy Speaker is for the diaspora who wants to invest. When you want to invest, you will be supported to establish. First, we have industrial parks where you can have free land given to you. Two, we have programs of giving you incentive, tax-free. If you are in business like tourism and service industry, you can get those loans, but also tax-free, and importation of materials to construct the businesses or establish the businesses. So the same incentive that you will get for anybody who want to invest in Uganda, we also provide those for our diaspora Ugandans. Thank you.
Minister, allow me to add on. You forgot my PSFU hat now comes on. We are also, through World Bank and the assistance of government through the Ministry of Finance, we're running projects up to, I think, 400 million between
Yes, $400 million US.
between private sector and government for youth and women. So there's a lot going on in that space.